Hello, everyone, and welcome to MHS Sports on MHTV. I'm Jess Burton, and today we're at the newly redesigned and beautiful Staff Sergeant Christopher Piper Field on the campus of Marblehead High School as the Magicians girls soccer team takes on the Masconomet Chieftains in the home opener of the season. We'd like to thank National Grand Bank for being our community partner in bringing you MHS Sports on MHTV, and stay tuned to the end of the game for the Marblehead Sports Shop Player of the Game. Masco a little late getting here this afternoon, delaying the start of the 2024 fall season for the Magicians girls. However, we are about to get underway. Magicians are taking their spots. They will go right to left to begin the game in their black jerseys with the white numbers and lettering. And Masco in white with red numbers and lettering. They will go left to right. The Magicians are coached by Lisa Wales in her second season at the helm. Masco is coached by Allison Lassesi. Masco made it to the quarterfinals in the D2 tournament last year. The Magicians trying to get back to the tournament and make an impact, have a deeper run this season. Back to prominence in the NEC. Their first touch goes out of bounds, and Masco will have a throw-in. These two teams have had some epic battles over the last few years, so we expect nothing less today. Should be a fun home opener. And as Coach Lisa Wales told me a couple weeks ago in the fall sports preview that we run on MHTV for each season, that she hopes to catch Masco on their heels a little bit today in the home opener and maybe surprise them with the speed that the Magicians are bringing to the field this season. 2 40-minute halves to be played. Here's a throw-in that was a little off the mark. Made everybody shy away from it as it was about head high. Good challenge at midfield, won by Masco. And a battle around the 40. Touched forward by the Magicians. Some short passes here. Curl back and try to find some space. That is number 23, Lucy McDonald. She's a freshman, but they're expecting big things from a couple of Lucys this season are the Magicians, McDonald and Church. And Masco is going to have a first chance right off the bat, and they score. A minute and a half into the game, it is 1-0 Chieftains. They got behind the defense and finished far corner. That's not the start the Magicians were looking for, but exactly what the Chieftains wanted. An early strike to put them ahead. So the Magicians don't even get the ball over midfield, and they trail at 1-0. Now they do crack the timeline. They pop it up, and this is some of the speed that they're hoping to work with up front this year in Sadie Halpern, who had double-digit goals last year, up there with Lucy Church, who we just mentioned, the fast sophomore, whereas number 22. Sid Ball will be part of the mix on the offense as well, with Sophie Robinson, one of the captains. The other captain, Ava Machado, will be on the back line. Two new goalkeepers for the Magicians this season, as that pass through is deflected back towards midfield and picked up by the Chieftains. The two new goalkeepers are Haley Gilmore, a sophomore, and Lily Heller, a freshman. I believe it's Gilmore in net today. On the other end, Evie Mills is in net for the Chieftains. She's a sophomore as well. The Magicians and Halpern force a throw-in on the far side. They'll do it again. A few steps forward. This is Ashley Mortensen, an experienced junior on the roster. She and sister Isabel wear 27. Isabel wears 27. Ashley wears 29. Here's a free kick opportunity for the Magicians. See if they can get the goal back. That's on target. And they score! What a shot! Courtney Hitzerich from 25 yards out, skims the crossbar and dumps it in. 1-1. First goal of the season for the Magicians on a deep free kick by Hitzerich. Two goals in under 5 minutes here to open this game. An exciting start. Masco quickly into attacking territory. Defense played by Hitzerich after the goal. They try to slice through with a pass. Can't work it out, and it will go out of bounds on the second touch. And it'll be a corner kick for Masco. Gets teed up. Long ball off the body. One of the other Chieftains in the box. Played back to about the 25. Tap towards the sideline. Magicians had it for a second, and they turn it over. Strong defense. It's Cameron O'Brien. A nice defensive play, and she's set to throw it in, but looks like she's going to be taken out of the game before she gets that chance. Cora Gerson will sub in for her. Throw in Masco. Trying to get it by Mortensen, but she cuts it off. This a better throw in, tapped in the middle. That's also cut off and taken away by Callie Gilmore. Turns it to the sideline. Set up a third throw in here on this possession for Masco. Back to the thrower. She sends it middle on a hop. Magicians get a piece. It's headed towards the outside of the box, near side of the field. Touched by Lucy Church. And a foul against the Magicians as Amanda Schneider, one of the 4 captains for the Chieftains, is taken down to the turf. She and her sister, Nicole, both captains as seniors. So was Tegan Scully and Riley Bavardi. Free kick looks similar to Hitzerich's, but from our side. This is off target, looking for a redirect. They get one, and a save is made. Big save, well played off the free. Some contact on the reception there around midfield, but the Magicians stay with the ball. One-time pass, a couple of them, but now into space. Masco gets there. Flipped ahead by the Magicians' defense towards midfield, headed. A lot of green around the ball. As it rolls to the 45, Halpern runs into a defender. Nice move there by Bavardi. Shook Lucy Church away. Turn back to the Magicians, who seem to need to be just a bit more patient with their passing. A lot of one-timers when they may have the ability to stop it and take a peek. Throw in intended for Halpern. She gets sandwiched. Schneider and Blosser hit her from either side. She picks herself back up pretty quickly. And Halpern, the leading scorer for the team last year. When I was here watching practice, she had a couple of goals using that speed to get behind her teammates on the defensive side of the ball. So she will need to be a big part of the offense again here this season, as she was last. Hitzerich comes out, gets applause from her teammates after she scored the first goal. Tied things up after Masco scored 2 minutes in. 2 minutes later, Hitzerich found the back of the net. We've played just over 10 minutes. Brooke Haggerty pestering the Magicians' defense. They're able to stay with it. A strong foot from Ainsley McDonald, the center back. Captain Sophie Robinson told me in the preseason interview how important McDonald will be back there. Basically, quarterback in the defense from that center back spot. Needing to see both sides of the field and direct her teammates. We saw there how reliable she can be with the ball, as reliable as she is without it. And Robinson is set to check in. Halpern tries to change direction, but had it poked away by Schneider. It finds Mortensen. She sends it upfield beyond everybody. That'll be a play for the goalie. Mills thinks about a couple different routes. Goes straight ahead. Has to be played back to Schneider rather quickly. She'll send it past midfield and out of bounds. Take this chance to bring Robinson into the game. She replaces Lucy Church. Robinson immediately gets a touch. A deflection on the pass, gives it back to Masco. They can't thread the needle. It's going to be one hop to ball. It gets to her. Back and forth, the teams exchange a couple of hard kicks. The last one by Machado makes it all the way down to the 10, picked up by Mills. Mills will kick this one out. Magicians defense swarms the ball, takes it away, looking for Halpern on the break. They overshoot her just a bit. Masco defense sends it upfield, right along the sidelines. It's kept in. Well played. Gilmore keeps it on her foot. Next touch by Masco, but back to Machado. And out of bounds. Throw in for Sid Ball. One game. Halpern right on the line of the defense, was onsides but couldn't trap it properly. Magicians are quick to whoever is holding the ball for Masco. They're making it very difficult for them to advance upfield. Ball lays a hard hit to Amanda Schneider, who's sent to the turf. It'll be a free kick. It's a deep one from the 35-yard line on the football field. About 40 out. Another nice ball right into the middle of the box. Masco unable to play it cleanly. Magicians unable to clear cleanly, and it will end up being a goal kick nonetheless. Sammy Dosh and Courtney Hitzrich into the game. They'll replace Gilmore and Mortensen. We played over 15 minutes here in the first half. A little over 24 left to play. Both goals coming in the first 5 minutes. Ball throws it in. Robinson does a nice job boxing out the defender. Gets it back. A little bit too far out in front of Dosh. Back to Masco and to Machado. It's headed around, and Malinowski for Masco goes to play it. That's a one-hopper for the keeper. Good kick beyond midfield, sets up a throw-in. Well played by Haggerty, challenged by Gerson. There's some space. Blosser leaves it along the goal line, taken away. Hitzrich plays it back to Machado. Didn't get a lot of it. That's off Gilmore's foot wrong. Masco with a chance. Double teamed. They go down to the turf. Another turnover by the Magician. Shot on net. Save. Haley Gilmore closes the hands around the ball. We'll be patient here before launching. After she let the first one slip by, she's been good on the last two shots. Masco flips the field. They'll have a throw-in. They'll move up and do it again. Halpern will get a rest. Church back in. Long pass. Church going to try to get there. Look at the speed. She does. She splits defenders. Oh, and the goalie comes out and makes a great save. Church gets knocked down in the process. She goes down again as Masco clears it away from the box. But the Masco defenders did not expect Church to come up so fast and be able to split between them. Great awareness by Mills to come out and give everything she had to slide into that ball as it was being shot and take away probably a goal from Church. Mills very likely kept this at a 1-1 game with that effort. And that is a dangerous play for a goalie because that is full speed, going at full speed. And there was definitely a collision. Luckily, the ball cushioned it a little bit. That's beyond the defense. Church looked like she was offsides, but it'll be played by Mills. Church has it knocked away. This is centered. It gets through, but it's past Robinson, and she has to chase it into the corner. But she keeps it in bounds. Looking for a give and go with Dosh, and they can't make it happen. It's cleared out. It'll be a throw-in. We haven't seen the Magicians work the sidelines very much, but that was a nice job coming from near side with the crosser. They got it by the two Masco Chieftains in the box, and Robinson was all alone, but it's just out of her reach. $18 minutes to play in the first half. Tied at 1. This is Blosser. Lost it after a nice move. Masco gets it back. Halpern will check back in. Quick run for Captain Sophie Robinson. Looks like Coach Lisa Wales keeping fresh legs on the front line. At least here in the first half, subbing in Church and Halpern and Robinson. Not leaving them out there too long where they're going to get winded here in the first half. A lot of soccer left. And a big game here in the opener against one of the better teams in the conference, while the Magicians trying to get back to the top of the conference. That's what they want people saying about them, that they're one of the better teams in the conference again. Deflection. Gets back to Church. She rips a shot. Save's made, and Masco clears it for a corner kick. Looked like the deflection may have come back and hit Church in the hands, but they play through it, and she blasted one right at Mills's head, and a defensive save. First corner for the Magicians is in the air. It's headed. It has a chance. It's up over the crossbar. Really nice looking corner and header. Just a bit too high. But the Magicians are active on the offensive end here. After giving up that first goal in the opening 2 minutes, they've had multiple chances now in the past handful. Gilmore has shut down a couple Chieftains chances. Mills has done the same. Ball never breaks midfield. Magicians will have a throw in deep in the attacking zone. It'll actually be a corner. Went out beneath the goal line. They play it short to Ball. Ball flips it to the middle. Goalie's out of the net. The Chieftains get there. It'll get past midfield. Mills took a chance by coming out of the net, and she wasn't able to get to the ball. It got by her in the box. Luckily for her, her teammates were there to back her up. Good pass by McDonald to get rid of it. Defense was coming for her. Mortensen breaks free. Looks middle. Halpern, one-timer, wide. Sadie might have had time to settle that down. Just misses off the post. Masco makes a sub before the goal kick. Big kick from the defender, Schneider. The effort from the Magicians is there on both sides of the ball. Look how quickly they react to the passing. They're tracking it really well and all over the ball carrier as soon as they get it. And Machado comes up, closes that space quickly. Ball able to get it to the sideline. That gives the Magicians defense a chance to match up. Masco's going to make a sub, so even more time for them. With 13 minutes left here in the first half. An exciting first 27 minutes. That'll be another corner. It'll be taken by Bavardi. Skims off of Machado, past the far post. Masco retains possession, back to Bavardi, comes out of the corner. Basically takes the same type of attempt from the corner, curling it into the middle of the box. The header was there, but it was high. Off of Schneider, over the crossbar, and a goal kick for the Magicians. That'll bounce back to Schneider. Church quickly on her. Both captains and Coach Wales told me that their speed is going to be a crucial part of the team this season, and we have seen it already with Halpern, but nothing more than that burst by Church. She was about 10 yards behind the ball. Masco wants a burst of their own. They find it. Gilmore is out of the net. And well played defensively by the Magicians not to commit a foul and able to take the ball away. As Gilmore blew by the ball carrier and the two defenders that were there. But Machado, a big part of being able to make that stop right there, and not allowing Schneider to get a shot away. Both teams showing off their speed. Schneider shoots and just misses. Quick one off the left foot. Played off the goal kick by Callie Gilmore. Up ahead to Church. She has it poked away. Throw in coming. Gets it back in quickly. Gives Masco no time to set up. But they're able to take it away from Halpern as they double team her. Probably a smart strategy. If you're Masco and you don't have much of a scouting report except from what you've seen last year from this team, that's got to be the game plan, is don't let Sadie Halpern beat us. If they're going to double her when she gets the ball, it's probably what they talked about pregame. But this year's Magicians team should have plenty of other players out there that are able to score and help out if they do take Halpern out of the game with double teams. We've already seen it a little bit from Hitzerich and Church. Halpern and Mortensen not on the same page there. Throw in for Masco. Machado's going to backtrack for it. Ball helps her out. Wards off Amanda Schneider for the moment. Lets Machado get there. That's thrown in. It looked like she was offsides. Off the crossbar. Loose in front. Gerson plays it away from the goal. It comes back into the middle and is headed wide of the post by Schneider. But Blosser from point blank range tried to tuck it up underneath the crossbar, but caught all iron and it bounced back onto the playing field. The Magicians lucked out there. It did look like Blosser was potentially offsides on the throw-in. She was behind Machado pretty clearly. But they allowed her to play through. She had a quick move right out in front to shake the defender and get the shot off. That was from about as close a distance as Halpern had her shot denied on the other end. The score remains 1-1, despite great scoring opportunities from both sides. Ball tries some fancy footwork, but the shot is blocked. Bavardi, the senior defender, captain, not fooled. Machado, good step to get in front of Blosser. Keeps possession for the Magicians on their side of the field. Mortensen quickly fires in. Short to Halpern. Draws a double team right away. Tried to get it to Lucy McDonald. Had her pass blocked. Bounces back to Ball. Blosser being grabbed by Gilmore quite clearly. That's over the line of players and wide of the post. Schneider just misses again. Seems to be getting closer and closer to a goal. There's Amanda Schneider. And a great ball there. Not sure the Magicians were fully ready. Perfectly timed run by Schneider as well. Under 5 minutes to play in the first half. Flipped middle, headed a couple times. Mortensen tracks it down. Gets the pass upfield around the defender. And an errant touch by Masco. Gives the Magicians a throw in. She should have let that go out. But they'll get it right back. Played forward by Church. Headed by the Masco defense. Knocked around. That blasts off of Lucy McDonald towards the Masco net. They play it to the corner. It'll be a throw-in. Lonnie Gilmore checks back in. Hits Rich, the goal scorer for the Magicians this afternoon. Heads back to the bench. Foul called against McDonald there. That's weak. Light contact. That was about as hard a contact as the one that was just called a foul, but Machado able to stay on her feet. McDonald has it knocked away. Under 3 minutes here in the first half. Magicians looking for a late goal to go ahead before halftime. Ball to throw it in. Can always pick out Sydney Ball out here with her blue cleats. She's practicing throw-ins here. This one to Halpern, surrounded. They're not giving Sadie an inch. But that's the thing, with her speed, she can create space, even when it's not given. Somebody's got to go play that for the Magicians. They don't. Miscommunication. Nobody wanted to get to the ball. Now it is Sid Ball who gets back there and is on it. She lost her footing. It's knocked around towards the sideline. Mortensen in a foot race. She gets there and last touched by her. Under 2 to play. Looked like it was McDonald and O'Brien that didn't communicate on that last rush by Masco. The ball slow rolling and bouncing like that Defense has to get there. Whistle against the Magicians. Final minutes here in the first half. Bavardi with the short kick. First touch to Machado. Robinson gets there, captain to captain. Plays it towards midfield. Halpern gets a piece of the ball or potentially the body of Sadie Morris. It's a little Sadie versus Sadie matchup there. Another foul against the Magicians. They've picked up the physicality here late in the half. The clock stops at the 2-minute mark before halftime, so I'm not sure exactly how much time is left, but probably about a minute, if not less. That ball went in the wrong direction off the header. 2-1, Masco. Blosser, same spot as her opening goal. Buries it, corner pocket. And it's Masco who gets the late first half goal to take the lead before the break. That was deja vu from the opening minutes of the game. It looked like taken from exactly the same spot and finished in the same spot in the net. Gilmore's going to have to figure out how to cut that angle off, and that is the end of the first half. Tough way to end it if you are the Magicians. It was a tough way to start it, but they were able to get one back. They'll need to get the second one back in the final 40 to tie this one up. But an exciting first half, 2-1 at the break. I'd like to remind you that MHTV is a 501c3 nonprofit organization, so if you're enjoying this production of MHS Sports on MHTV, please click subscribe on our YouTube page, and also consider making a donation by visiting our website, marbleheadtv.org, and clicking on the donate button. We'll be back after this with second half action. Welcome back to MHS Girls Soccer on MHTV. The Magicians trail 2-1 as the second half is underway. Masco doing damage in very similar ways in the opening and closing minutes of the first half. Basically an identical goal scored 2 minutes in and about with a minute left in the first half, both by Maggie Blosser. The Magicians' goal coming about 4 minutes in to the first half on a free kick by Courtney Hitzerich. The Magicians will be shooting down on the right side of the field the second half. Masco to the left as they've switched ends. Both teams had other scoring chances that were shut down by the opposing keepers, who have done a nice job here today. Masco with the early possession, like they did in the first half. They controlled the first couple of minutes. Here's an opportunity for them that skims off the knee of Violet Malinowski and out. And the Magicians caught a break there. A lot of top spin on that kick, brought it right back to the turf. Bounces off of Machado, Masco keeps possession. Halpern, a little one-time touch, looking for Hitzerich. She was too far behind it. Throw in for the Chieftains, and they turn it over. No, touched last by Marblehead. Looked like that went right out. Gerson, not much she could do with that. Forces a throw in. She had two options, give him a throw in or give him a corner kick. She chose the better of the two, you're the Magicians. A couple of corner kicks for each team in the first half. The Magicians almost scored off theirs, went right over the crossbar. And a couple really nice setups from Masco. Both teams seem strong from the corner. Magicians' defense needs to strengthen up here and get the ball over midfield. Off of Machado, goes right to Halpern, right back out of bounds. But this time it is touched last by the Chieftains. Halpern surrounded, but patient. Hitzerich can't control. Magicians need to flip the field. They have to get Masco moving and figure out how to get upfield. They can't. These short passes along the sideline are not going to do it. They turn it over. The Magicians seemed very confident when this game was 1-1. They controlled the tempo for a little bit in the first half, but they are on their heels here to start the second. It's a dangerous time. Can't give up goal 3. Strong by Machado. Finally, she clears it. Ainsley McDonald has to go a long way to chase that down in the corner. Plays it out of bounds. A deep throw in for Masco. Bounces into the box. Machado lightly taps it towards the top. Sliding in there to make a play on the ball is Lucy McDonald. Like the extra effort. Callie Gilmore wins the battle with Kate Schaefer. Church's pass didn't make it to its recipient. That bounces off of Malinowski and out of bounds. Second time she's lost it just above the goal line. And this is a new goalie for the Magicians here in the second half. Mentioned at the top, they have 2 new goalies rostered, so now both of them have seen time here in the opening game as Coach Wales is probably trying to figure out who she's going to ride with long term. But this is Lily Heller, the freshman, into the game, replacing Haley Gilmore. Gilmore made, I want to say, 3 saves, maybe 4. It's a shot on net, just past the far post. Taken by Bavardi. Heller didn't have to make a save, but watched it go by her quickly, and lucky for her, past the post as well. But Masco attacking from those angles. Looking to go from far side of the field or near side, but to the far post. They're attacking that far post. Both the first half goals came from the right side of the field, basically the same spot. Ended up in the front corner on the left side of the net. That was also right side of the field, trying to play it towards the left side of the net. They know where their bread's buttered. They're trying to get back to it again here. Long pass. Gets to the defense. Beyond Brooke Haggerty, number 2 from Masco. Played by McDonald for the Magicians. But Haggerty picks it up. Challenged by McDonald. That is off the Magicians' center back and out of bounds for a corner kick. All of Masco's corner kicks have also come from the right corner. And with the curve on the ball back towards the middle, they've had some good attempts. That one will track all the way out of bounds. On our side of the field, quick throw in from the Chieftains. Some open shooting lane, and it's over the crossbar. Lily Blosser lifts it just a bit too high. McDonald leaves it to be played by Hitzerich. Halpern puts the burners on, but can't get to it. Sadie Morris cuts off Sadie Halpern. We've seen that matchup a couple times this afternoon. Blosser sends it upfield. Cut off by McDonald. Her pass deflected and then kicked out of bounds. Masco will throw it in. They will also bring in Victoria Serbone while the Magicians' Sophie Robinson checks into the game. That'll give Halpern a rest. Halpern actually takes a seat near the table and is being checked on by trainer Maddie Rowe. Looks like Halpern's fine, just going to use the muscle roller. looked like Church was being held. She's trying to play that throw in. The Magicians were able to possess it for a moment before Robinson has it knocked away. Masco has it. On the move. Played towards the corner, and they overshoot their target. Goal kick. Ball finds Robinson. Couple of nice passes. The attempt to Robinson, cut off. Morris just gets it away from Church, but look at the speed by Lucy Church. If head track coach Nolan Ramos sees this tape, he's going to want to sign Lucy Church up. She might join Ava Machado and Sadie Halpern on that 4x400 team that won the state championship last year. They are all lightning quick. Church really showed us in the first half. Coming up from about 10 yards behind where the ball was. It was being tracked by two defenders for Masco, and she split both of them, controlled the ball, and got a shot away. But Mills was able to make the save. Fourth corner of the game for Masco. This one stays low. Back to who started it with Bavardi. Heller got her hands on it, and it's knocked out by Masco. The Magicians will bring in Alma Gaunt. The sophomore, she'll replace Cora Gerson. We are 13 minutes into the second half. A scoreless second half. Masco still leads it 2-1. Scored in the opening 2 minutes and closing 2 minutes of the first half. Robinson tried to head a ball that was about waist high, came up empty, leaves it open for Masco. They center. The ball had some English on it, takes a bounce away from the net, which is what the Magicians needed. That's a home ball right there. Sent sky high and across midfield by McDonald. Nice clear as the ball found her in the middle of the zone. The Magicians need offense, but yet the throw-in goes back to the defense. They're trying to set up some transition from defense to midfield to offense or to attackers, but they needed to attack right now. Here is Robinson. Flipped back to her. Tried to heel it. Couldn't. That's over McDonald's head. Machado tracks it down. Ava, patient with it, and strong, almost too patient. Besser with the defender on her hip. That's Sid Ball. Was able to take it away, no whistle. Strong defensive play. 12 seniors on the Magicians team, including the 2 captains, but it's going to be some of the juniors and sophomores that they're going to ask a lot of this season, especially on the scoring end. The only goal of the game coming from one of those juniors, Courtney Hitzerich on the free kick. Just minutes after Masco scored their goal. Then we went about 36 minutes with the game tied at 1. It looked like the Magicians were going to be the team to take the lead before the break. But some good goalkeeping by Mills kept it 1-1. And then they turned the good goalkeeping and defense into offense on the other end. Took the lead just before the break. So far this half, the Magicians' offense nowhere to be found. They've been basically playing back the entire half as Masco has kept the pressure on. I don't think Evie Mills, the keeper for the Chieftains, has had a touch this half. Magicians were able to get into the box a handful of times in the first half and put pressure on Mills, force her to make saves. They need to figure out a way to do that again here now. One way to potentially do that is bring the speed back onto the field. Halpern and Gilmore back out there. Gilmore, number 9, one of those seniors that's had a long career and a successful one. Some timely goals, and she's strong up front. She was really playing well in the practice I attended. She should find the score sheet a few times this season. She's up here on the right side of the field in front of us. Magicians working the far side. Gilmore trying to leave it for a ball, but has it poked away. Sydney will come back to take the throw in. Not a lot to work with in front of her. Forces Masco into kicking it out again. It's a faster throw in. It's also touched first by the Chieftains. This is Gilmore. Her pass off target. That bounces past McDonald. Luckily Machado there as the backup. Cerboni, number 3 for Masco. I think her eyes lit up a little bit, thinking she was going to be all alone before Ava able to sneak in there and play the ball. This is popped up. It's the Sadie matchup again. Morris knocks it out. Halpern will throw it in. It's good communication between the Masco defenders, staying marked up. And they clear. They're not giving the Magicians anything right now offensively. Machado, some space to work with. Sends it to her left. Ball dribbles up. Trying to connect with Gilmore. And she's offsides. Little push in the back. that Masco gets away with. That tails off the sideline, out of bounds. Final 19.5 minutes. Finally a whistle against Masco for contact. Ball gives it a lift. They throw it into Gilmore. Ball had space around her. Gilmore was defended. They still tried to get it to her. McDonald surrounded. And Gaunt just gets there in time. That'll give the Magicians a chance to get back and set up their defense, and so will the substitutions coming in. But that was a breakdown there. Robinson back in for the Magicians. This will be a goal kick. First touch for Masco, hard off the foot, right to the teammate. Blosser trying to set up the runner to her left, got knocked down. They'll play on. Magicians can't clear. Give and go into the corner. This is Wexler looking for space. Gives it up. Good defense by Lonnie Gilmore. Throw in headed by McDonald and cleared by Machado. Should have been a handball. Oh my goodness. And they call a foul on Halpern. I mean, it was so clearly a handball against the other Sadie, Morris. And Halpern ran into her. That's not to be argued. But the whistle should have been for the handball. Masco trying to settle. They do with Wexler. Sent middle. Off a foot and on target. Scooped up by Lily Heller. A spinning kick. The Magicians control. McDonald has space, time to work with. Got rid of it maybe a bit too quick. Didn't pick a target. Chieftains have it. Shot blocked. Off the back of Machado. Past midfield. That was a double give and go when it didn't need to be. Number 18, Schaefer, should have kept it herself. There was one extra pass there for Masco. 15 minutes to play. A scoreless second half. Masco leads it 2-1. season and home opener for the Magicians. Substitutions for both teams. Takes about 15, 20 seconds off the clock before this throw-in. It's going to end up being a Masco throw-in. Short one. Going to be played back to Wexler. Nice spin move to get away from the pressure. Morris flips the field. Bavardi puts it into the box, a one hopper for Heller. Back to ball. Good communication, crisp passing. And kicked away by Schneider. Good little connection there between Ball and McDonald, though. McDonald will come out. Ashley Mortensen back on. Gaunt will throw it in. Pressure from Gilmore on the goal line, forces a goal kick. They choose to play it short. Initially don't crack midfield. There's some contact from behind that's going to go against Gaunt. Bit overplayed by Gaunt, allows the crosser to get into the middle. Heller makes the save. Haggerty put it on target. Just heard Coach Wales tell the girls to talk. They do need better communication. One thing that has seemed to lack here today is defensive communication. They've had a few misplays. They don't seem to flip the field as much as they should to try to find space on the sidelines. They get condensed near the sidelines and then don't know how to work their way out of it. One of the best ways to create opportunities for yourself, though, is to get everybody moving side to side across the field defensively. Played out in front. Heller took a chance, tried to punch it at turf level. It's still loose, and she makes a save this time. Way to get back on her feet, keep her composure, and line up another save. Well done by the freshman. From what we've seen from both of them, it seems like Heller potentially the stronger of the two, at least today.
It will definitely give Coach Wales something to consider going forward. But this is basically still tryouts for both of those goalies, as they are both up for getting their first varsity starts after Kate Burns has graduated, who's the goalie the past couple of years. McDonald and Machado work well together there. They play it up to Ball. Tries to absorb some contact from behind. But it looked like Nelson got a piece of the ball. Chieftains win possession back. Final 9 minutes of the game. The clock will stop with 5. Try to keep it the best that I can. And a timeout called by the Magicians. 8:27 left. 2-1 Masco. I'd like to remind you that MHTV is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. If you're enjoying this production of MHS Sports on MHTV, which I know you are, please click subscribe on our YouTube page and consider also going over to our website, marbleheadtv.org, and giving us a donation by clicking on the donate button right there on the home page. We'll be live streaming the Magicians volleyball game Friday night. It's supposed to be a 6 o'clock start. We'll see. This was supposed to be a 4 o'clock start. Got started about 4:30. I believe the volleyball game is against Andover. Or North Andover, so they're coming from quite a distance too. But I don't think they'll have to pass through Salem, which is usually the issue for, they might. It's usually the issue for teams like Masco and Beverly. Not always an issue in September, more October, but seemed to make a difference today. Make sure you stick around after the broadcast, because just after the game ends, we'll pick a Marblehead Sports Shop player of the game, win or lose. That player selected gets a player of the game t-shirt that they can pick up in the athletic office here at the high school. Make sure you get up here to see a game too. Piper Field looks incredible. There's a few other updates they've made. The red trim around the fence. I know that's very exciting, but they've added some other seats over in the fan section, some other plaques, some memorial plaques, some booster plaques, and they're in the process of putting new lights in too. One's on this side of the field, or at least one post is done, and across the ways will be done in the coming weeks. Got to think that takes some time to get up there and replace those. But the booster shed, snack shed will be open all season long too, so it's a great place, great atmosphere to see a game. And a pretty good crowd here today for opening day. A lot of people enjoying the fan section across the way in the corner. This played into the middle. It gets past the outstretched Heller. It gets past Malinowski and into the corner. Cora Gerson, the closest Magician to it. But Malinowski has had a couple of opportunities for Masco that she just hasn't been able to get to. That stays in bounds and is played by Gerson. Not sure that was the best decision if it was going to be a throw-in for the Magicians, but At least they get it over midfield momentarily before it settles back with Masco. The offense much better in the first half for the Magicians. Despite a couple goal kicks, they have not challenged Evie Mills, and she has not seen much action here in the second half. 6 minutes and 45 seconds left to play. They need one to tie. At this point, a tie is probably as good as a win. Taken away by Blosser. Trying to get back to that same spot. She's defended by 4 Magicians. Off the sideline, back to about the 30, played into the box, right back where it came from. Pushed forward as a chance for Church. She can't get by the defender. And there's a whistle right about the 20. I think they're going to say that Church pushed Morris in the process of Morris playing that back to Mills. But that was it right there. That was the opportunity. We know the speed Church has, but a really nice play by Morris, who's just a sophomore and has really stood out here today, to box Church out from the ball and force her into a foul. They have completely shut down Sadie Halpern here today. Halpern did have at least one scoring chance in the first half, maybe 2 if I'm remembering right. But other than that, they've been on her like white on rice all day. Ava smartly plays that one with her foot. She was bent over like she's going to try to head it. It was much too low. Masco keeps possession. There's Schneider. Machado does a nice job as Schneider tries to turn towards the box to knock the ball away. Enough. This is with Wexler. Short pass. Malinowski. Over towards the sideline. Schneider steps up. Mortensen does the same for the Magicians and knocks it away. Overplayed by Schneider, the other one. Final 5. Clock is stopped on the scoreboard. Wexler ends up in a seated position. Throw in to Halpern. And the Magicians. Church taken down from behind. Strong tackle by Wexler. And there's a chance and they score! Out of nowhere. In the final minutes, they tie it. Callie Gilmore ties it at 2. Here's one hopper from long range on Heller. And fireworks in the final minutes of both halves. Masco took a 2-1 lead as the first half ended, and the Magicians tie it at 2 here before regulation ends. This pass splits the defense up ahead for Schneider. Heller picks it up but rolls it out quickly. Schneider is right back on it, pushes it middle. It's cut off. They score from the turf. Schneider makes it 3-2, gets it back, and probably wins it. Heller, a freshman goalie mistake. Did not hold on to the ball long enough, did not send it far enough, rolled it right back out. She thought she had space. But the senior, Amanda Schneider, took it away, had it bounce right back to her, and from the turf, finishes 3-2 Masco with minutes, potentially seconds left. What a roller coaster of emotions for the Magicians when they think they have tied it and potentially walked off the field with a tie in the opener. And now, not sure how they can do it again. Not sure they even have enough time. Wow. Fireworks is right. Masco with a flair for the dramatic at the end of both halves. The Magicians have to hurry. This has to be a quick throw in and it has to go upfield. Can't be more than 90 seconds left. I have a stopwatch going at 3.5. Got to think stoppage for the goals. We played about 34, 35 minutes in the first half without any goals. Just did the same in the second half. And even Schneider's goal, while she was on the turf, this third goal was from about the same spot on the field as the first two by Blosser. From the right side, buried into the left side of the goal. This is popped up. It's going to be a tough kind of hop for Heller, but she jumps and makes the grab. She's got a launch, and that is the ball game. A heartbreaker for the Magicians in their home opener. They lose 3-2. They tie it and lose it in the final 5 minutes of the game. Wow, what a way to start the season for both teams. Masco riding home feeling high. The heads are hung for the Magicians, but this is only game one. They got to pick their chins back up. They played well. They tied it. And Heller walks right over to Wales and I think knows what she did wrong. Rolling the ball out too quick there with Schneider lurking. And they made her pay. So that does it here today from Piper Field. 3-2 the final. Stick around in just a minute. When we return, I'll announce the Marblehead Sports Shop player of the game.
Welcome back to MHS Sports on MHTV. Today's Marblehead Sports Shop player of the game is Courtney Hitzerich for scoring the opening goal on the free kick. It was a beautiful shot. And at the time, tied Magicians up with Masco at 1. And what a game this was. Unfortunate ending, but Hitzerich set the tone for hopefully the season that she will have. So congrats, Courtney from the Marblehead Sports Shop and MHTV. We'd like to thank the Marblehead Sports Shop for being our community partner in bringing you the Player of the Game award. And we'd like to thank National Grand Bank for being our community partner in bringing you MHS Sports on MHTV. Once again, the final score, Masco 3, the Magicians 2, in a heartbreaker. For all of us here at MHTV Sports, I'm Jess Burton. Thanks for watching.